Who's ready for story time with
Meerkat?
Meerkat.
Hi, in previous Choco Pro videos, I discussed how the lack of ropes, ring, or basically anything led to these wrestlers using their creative muscles to tell intimate stories in such a small setting. I argued that this is, of course, still wrestling. The purest form of it even. But did you know you could even limit what Choco Pro does? And not just limit it, but increase the bizarre. And not just increase the bizarre, but increase the intensity. What if you placed Choco Pro inside a 5th floor bar, surrounded by a ring of people with a ring no longer than a white girl's yoga mat? Welcome to Baka Gaijin and Friends, the most absurd wrestling company in the world, created by Chris Brooks and Drew Parker. Baka Gaijin is a complete creative outlet for Brooks, designing the aesthetic, the matchup, the merch, the shirts, the DVD covers, and sell an old school style zine. A zine. That's so cool. Baka Gaijin is an almost alternate reality in the world of wrestling where the most bizarre things can happen, like instead of CDK, it's CADK, where Chie Koshikawa is dressed like Chris Brooks, punk rock queen here, where Deathworm runs amok, where Mei Suruga still has space to run around in a circle, oh my god, where Chris Brooks versus Ram Kai Chow is as ridiculous and awesome as you think it could be. You look at the joint, look at it, crowded to the brim, bartender mixing drinks in the background. This is a vibe, and I love it. It's the punk rock version of Choco Pro. Nah, it's the punk rock version of all wrestling, touching right into my punk rock soul, what Progress Wrestling used to do for me, but on an even smaller scale, with the most limitations you're gonna see. Tangent, if you ever want to see an interesting perception on creativity and limitations, listen to Jack White talk about the purposeful limitations of the White Stripes, from the sound, the lack of the bass, to simple drum beats, to even color aesthetics and live stage layout, leaving mics in strange places to force White to be moving on the stage. When limited with tools, the wrestlers who can still shine are pro wrestlers at the absolute core, but beyond that, it takes a lot of skill to be absurd. This is Mao. Mao, this empty-headed stud, fights Deathworm like this, and this, and this, and then they wait in the elevator like... And then, in the midst of an epic battle, Deathworm and Mao look at each other in the eyes. And they fall in love, realizing that they are not enemies, they are the same. And they reach for each other's lips, and nope, they're fighting! You got a guy like Chris Brooks, this goddamn giraffe, this freaking tall-ass Gumby, fucking Slender Man here, taller than the mat itself, against the true little demon, Ram Kai Chow, who fell from the divine grace of God Raku, and Brooksy brings a swing and takes Ram for a ride. Whee! Oh! And then they fight on the roof of the 5-story building, and Ram being small enough to where this is an optimal environment. Sort of. No. Perfect arena for Ram. Look at her go. And all the creative stuff Chris Brooks does in such a limited environment. Baka Gaijin, the only promotion I've seen where a dude takes a member of the audience and has a match with them. Look at this. She's attacking the knee like... and then wins the match. She wins the match. Baka Gaijin, will doppelgangers exist? Like Masa teaming with Mei Suruga versus punk rock Chie here, who Masa thinks is still Chris Brooks, teaming with Mao, cosplaying as Bali and Aki, who Mei also thinks is Aki, and is unable to fight her best bro, despite her actual best bro, Aki, filming the goddamn match. Oh, but Aki get angry and leaves the camera, and now they're fighting, and Mei still can't tell the difference, and Mao saying hi to the United Empire, and oh, hi, Will Ospreay. He's my favorite. And Mei leaping off bars, and Aki getting angry at Mao doing all of Aki's stuff, and they getting pissed again and doing the dirty dancing with Mei. At the time of my life. Baka Gaijin, will you take a talent like Maya Yukihi, who had a banger with Julia in Stardom, and put her in this environment with Chris Brooks, and they have a banger? Maya with stiff kicks, and Chris using the environment like this, and then they beat the shit out of each other and have an intense match. Maya systemically beating the fuck out tall skeleton guy here, and Chris doing things he shouldn't be able to do in this venue, Skeletor murdering Maya like, and then busting the chandelier, and now being lit by the audience members' phones, and they have a slap off, and Maya slapping like, Jesus, and oh, and then the fucking finishing sequence freaking slapping in this small space. Look at this shit, look at it. As Aki says, this venue and match do not go together, but they fucking have a goddamn war still, a war worthy of your eyes. United Empire in the back chanting, this is awesome, because it is. They have a banger match with these restrictions, and it's absolute solid proof that these two are great professional wrestlers who can have a match anywhere. Respect. Baka Gaijin is absolute insanity. Chocopro gives me genuine joy and always makes me smile. But Baka Gaijin and friends makes my ass laugh out loud and have a good ass time. That's what it is. Just wrestling in a bar. Pure fun. So watch Baka Gaijin and friends on the YouTube and witness Chie being a punk rock god, witness classic bangers with this area of radius to work with, and witness Deathworm being murdered live on YouTube. Baka Gaijin and friends, my friends.
Baka!